Well, you look at the mini of Tony Nuzzo as he sits outside of one of the corners in the infield at Phoenix International Raceway Grand Am Cup Series action. Talk about action in the words of our good friend Rick Radicek. You want action? This is action, action, action. Watch this. Remember doing battle with the number 98 of Tom Stewart. Nuzzo in the mini. Nuzzo gets off in the dirt, comes back across the curbing, and it just strips it, Dorsey.
He flipped himself. He did indeed. He went inside of the curbing as he came sliding across. It hooked up the inside two wheels, tipped him up on the top, and over on his lid he goes.
And it was running. He got it restarted, actually backed out of harm's way. But what do you think Tom Stewart was thinking as he's right there behind him? Let's look at it in real time and listen.
Well, he went full throttle while he was upside down.
Look at this. He's back underway. Now the door is missing off of the car, but the car is rolling. Now we've got pit stops, Calvin. Interesting. Well, you can see there's Tony Nuzzo, the left front suspension obviously bent on that mini, but interesting that they came in and did those pit stops as early as they did. It's like you were saying, Dorsey, they weren't up to the pace they needed to be anyway, but they talked about taking risk and taking chances with their strategy. That's exactly what they did. But don't forget, no Grand Sport class running with ST today, so not a lot of cars on the racetrack. Betting on a lot of yellows, probably not a good idea here. Tony Nuzzo bringing his mini back. The door is missing. They'll see if they can affect some.
Down here with the mini, Tony Nuzzo just drove this car back to pit lane. Pretty amazing feat when you take a look at it, because just about every corner on it is a little bit bent up, and we saw it from pit lane. This car really got up in the air. Tony, what happened out there from your perspective?
Well, we rolled over a couple times. I just got around that Acura. I was having a hard fight with him going around, and I finally got around him in turn 2, and we came around. And I don't know if I just dropped the wheel in the dirt or if I got a little help. I'm not sure, but next thing I know, we're rolling over, and that's the end of our day.
Well, tough day for these boys. They were sure looking strong there for a while, but I tell you, this really says something for this little car, that it can go up in the air over a couple times, and he just drives it back to pit lane.
I'm telling you, the battle in the desert, and Tony Nuzzo doing battle with the elements out there, gets off in the dirt. He goes for a wild ride, but the competition is intense. You got to do everything you can do to stay on top, and I don't mean on top like that. We'll be back to Phoenix.